So earlier I made the statement that I have the anticipation of changing these wall thicknesses individually. I said that earlier, that I have the anticipation, or I am anticipating a need to change these wall thickness independently. That's why I didn't offset this outer contour, but I applied dimensions to each individual wall. Well, now I need to make a design change. I want this top thickness right here and this bottom thickness right here to be 0.25, but I want the right and left to stay at 0.375. Now, to change that, do I have to erase everything that I've done so far up to the point to where I specified those dimensions? No, I do not. No, I do not. So, to make those design changes right now, there's a couple of different ways where I can do that. I can go to the Feature Manager design tree and find where I specified those dimensions, which I specified those dimensions in the sketch, right? And if I click on the sketch, I can see the dimensions that I specified in that sketch. I can find that, right click on the sketch and say Edit Sketch, and then change those as I need. I can also just right click on the feature that the sketch is within, which is this top cut. I can right click on that, and instead of saying Edit Feature, I can say Edit Sketch there as well. And now I'm able to change these values. I think I can just click on one of these. I think I can just click on the feature in the Feature Manager design tree, and all of the dimensions show up for that feature. Even the depth here shows up. So if I click on a feature in the Feature Manager design tree, the dimensions that I want to change show up, and I can just click on them there. In SOLIDWORKS, it's going to be a double click. So this needs to be 0.25, and this one needs to be 0.25, and that's all I needed to change. That's all I needed to change. I didn't have to erase anything that I did after that point. I just changed those dimensions right here at the end of my model. Say I have a little bit more complicated model. Sometimes it's best to use the row back bar to row back to the point where you want to change. Make your changes and then roll forward by individual features to make sure that your design change doesn't negatively impact another feature. And I'm just left clicking and dragging on this blue bar that appears in the Feature Manager design tree. This is good when you need to make a design change way back in your modeling history that you suspect might cause problems for other features. This way I can fix the problems with each feature one at a time without causing a whole lot of pandemonium. But we'll see how that plays out when we get to more complex models. Now I changed those dimensions to 0.25, right, on the top and bottom wall thickness. But it looks like in the model none of those dimensions have changed. Is that a correct assumption? That is a correct assumption. To get To get the changes to be applied, I have to go up to the menu bar and click on this rebuild icon. It looks like a red-green stoplight. This will rebuild the part to take into account my design changes. And I didn't really see anything change there, so I'm going to go click on Top Cut to make sure I made those changes. And it looks like for some reason the changes weren't applied. So I'll just click on Top Cut until I can see the dimensions. Double click, type in 0.25. Type in 0.25 and then hit rebuild. And now I can see the change. And to give you guys a little secret, I did know that the design changes wouldn't be applied because I pressed undo. Tee-hee. But yeah, that's how you make a design change. It's very easy. It's very simple. You just have to be aware of your Feature Manager design tree.